It is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle, and we just heard it, and that means it's time for football at Lumen Field. Men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And off we go from Seattle. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Well, this defense for the Seahawks, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number? 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. From the gun, here's Williams. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Juju Brents. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Throwing to start the drive. Hamilton. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. DK Metcalf. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Seahawks take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, second year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Second and 10. To throw, Williams. Oh, he still makes a catch, even though it was tapped by the linebacker. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. When you talk about this Seahawk defense, there are 32 teams in the NFL, and they're just better than 50% of them at defending the pass, number 16 in the league.
I think if you talk to their head coach, you'll get a nice answer about how much he likes his team and what they're doing. But at the end of it, he would admit there's definitely room to improve.
3rd and 9 here. To the air, Williams. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get on track in this one.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt, and it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Let's go now.
Looking to throw. Hamilton. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he's going to be taken down right there at the 27-yard line. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup. And they'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Back to throw. Hamilton. Throw left side complete. That's Thompson. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thompson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. Now a play fake here on first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Thompson. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
The Seahawks at 14-2 heading into this final week. And I tell you, it has been a few months now since they've tasted defeat, and they are without question the hottest team in football.
And I'm really not sure who's going to beat them right now because, to me, they have to be the favorites to go all the way because they're not just beating teams, they're dominating them. It's been fun to watch them play, not just in their winning, but how they're getting it done.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Back to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Go.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And his kick is indeed good.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Here's Williams. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Working out of the gun, Williams. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked off by Reek Willen.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Boy, this defense is circling early. A pick six there, and they are off to the races here this first quarter.
And, partner, when you get off to a first-quarter lead like this, it really frees you up defensively to take some chances, really apply some heat. And that was just a tremendous play to pick that ball off and bring it back for a score.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes our score 17-0.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away.
Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Throwing after the interception, Williams. And the Seahawk defense gets to him and they bring him down. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21.
Looking to throw is Williams.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. How to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Not the start to this one that any quarterback would want or envision. Remember, he had the pick six, and here he ends up on his backside.
And you have to wonder to yourself, the football and not deliver downfield and take that sack. They've got to make sure that he's really into this game.
Throwing to start the drive. Hamilton. He's got Thompson here, complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 17-0 our score after one. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Hamilton. And this is going to be intercepted. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will score a pick six for a Bears touchdown.
Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on this
one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man complete. That's Thompson. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. A great effort there. His 14th touchdown now on the year.
And the Seahawks are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Chambers.
And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Play action. Now Williams.
And this one is incomplete.
Partner, I think it's high time to get him some passes that he's comfortable with. Some easy throws, some completions. He's not even hitting the 50% thus far.
Well, certainly that has played a big role into why they are trailing right now. The Bears on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7.
Throwing is Williams.
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. And how about this? 4th and long. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And how about this, a fake? And the fake will work. He's going to have a first down. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. And I don't know what the method is to know when to dial up a fake punt, when not to. Whatever the method there, it worked for him.
I think you actually did explain it. There is no method. It's just a feel, a sense, and a healthy dose of guts in order to call that play in that situation.
Element of surprise, I guess, right?
Yeah, element of surprise and just a strong belief that, hey, we're going to get it done.
And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket, no. Here comes the flag.
We saw it, too. Nobody in the vicinity of that throw, and that earns him the penalty.
Yeah, you've got to at least get it close enough to one of your own guys in order to dodge the penalty.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
To throw, it's Williams. That's complete. Roma Dunze. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Williams.
That is caught.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A big play there. 44 yards.
And the Bears are able to cut into that deficit.
And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Looking to throw. Hamilton. He finds his man complete. That's Thompson. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. With touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game.
And the Seahawks are able to widen their advantage.
That's a pretty quick response to that last touchdown drive, and it seemed like they had maybe given up momentum. Not so fast.
No, not at all, because they ended up pushing the lead up once again, and you're exactly right. Thought momentum might have been shifting. Instead, they grabbed old Mo, didn't let him get to the opposite sideline.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Let's go now. Big. Check smash. Forward, 70. And cut. 60 down. 18 back. 18 back.
Operating from the gun, Williams. And he's going to be intercepted a third time.
And the Seahawks are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at half.
Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. And they had just picked it off to get the football. They fumble it right back. I looked over to both sidelines. A lot of scrambling to find the helmets.
Yeah, you can almost, I mean, you know both sides are screaming sudden change. Because when sudden change happens, that's a defensive call to get back out on the field. There's been a fumble, so an interception, some type of a turnover. You've got to get back out there and play. These guys just want to get to the bench and gather themselves and regroup a little bit. Let's see if these offenses can settle in and start taking care of the ball a little bit better.
79 Broncos. 65 Cats. 65 Cats. 19 Lions.
Williams now. Following the fumble recovery, he'll throw.
He'll get this into the hands of Adunze.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
They'll look to throw here on first down. He's got Burton here. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
This is first and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Back to throw. Williams. He's got it. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Bears get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Throwing to start the drive. Hamilton. He finds his man, complete. It's Thompson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half.
Ready? Panther 11, Panther 11. Come 19, come 19.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. To the right side and complete to Metcalf. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. That'll give them 8 that time. And they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
Metcalf motions left. And they'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. And we are keeping a close eye on his catches, a really close eye now because that's number 899 in his career. The next one will give him 900.
They'll look to throw again. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play.
Going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Looking to throw. Hamilton. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
From the 38 now, here comes 2nd and 8.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Hamilton. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That one good for 37 yards.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. It's their quarterback, keeping it himself from a yard out. And the Seahawks take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Taken at the goal line. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Here's Williams, throwing to start the drive. Escapes to his right. He'll run. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
2nd and 1. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Williams. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Lucas. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun, here's Williams. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th.
They'll go. Here's Williams.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing to start the drive. Hamilton. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Well, I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
3rd quarter action here, this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Williams.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And a seat. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even.